Is my circle moving? It is. How y'all doing? I know y'all can hear all kinds of stuff. Fan, little copyright free music. Insert cool intro here. Insert cool intro here. Doodle doodle doodle. I think my circle's moving. All right. How y'all doing? It's been a minute. I need to get a cool intro. One day I will. I could hit you with the 30. StreamYard looks so different. I don't even think I could hit you with the 30 if I wanted to. I don't even know where it is. Let's see. Would it be here? Oh, found it. That quick. Kicked myself out. No more 30s for y'all. Dang, that was wild. All right, well, I was trying to wait for at least one person to come in here because I hate talking to myself. But it's cool. So, first of all, I want to talk about Lena Waithe before I get to talk. The airplanes are going by and stuff. Sorry, y'all. Happy Labor Day weekend. So, I want to talk about Lena Waithe first before I actually talk about The Shy. Um, so, the first time I ever heard about her was she was on just made a cameo on the show called Black AF. It was on Netflix. Um, it was done by Kenya Barris. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Kenya did. He was a producer of or director, whatever, of Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish. Well, he went and did his own show with starring himself and Rashida Jones on Netflix. And so that's the first time I saw Lena Waithe. She was on an episode of, or maybe two episodes of that show. And I was like, okay, this is a young writer chick. I'll check her out. And I kind of forgot about her, you know. And then a while later, I don't know how long later, I saw that she had a show, two shows actually on BET. It was The Shy and then another show called 20s. And I was like, I'll check her out, you know. So I watched the first season of both of those shows on BET, 20s and The Shy. And I was like, okay, these are cool, especially 20s. Like, I really, really like 20s. The main character, Hattie, that's my bitch. I really like 20s. So, okay. So then a while later, I'm like, oh, yeah, let me go over here and check on BET and see. It should be about time for season 2 of both shows, you know? And I come to find out she moved herself over to Paramount. And I'm like, oh, she's moving around like RuPaul. I'm not chasing y'all around the damn apps to stay in tune with your program, ma'am. So that's where she lived on Paramount for all these years. And I forgot about her. I'll keep it real. It's been about, I don't know, 6-7 years. I forgot all about that lady. Until, a few weeks ago, I get the Paramount up in here. I'm like, oh yeah, this lady. Let me check her out. So since I like 20s first, I see, and I also saw that she had 7 seasons of The Shy and only 2 seasons of 20s. I was like, let me watch 20s first. It sucks that there was only 2 seasons, but let me watch them anyway. So I rewatched the first season just to refresh my memory because it had been so long. So I watched the first season. Okay. Then I'm watching the second season of the 20s, and boom, all of a sudden it ends. There was an ending. She just stopped making episodes. There was no ending. There was no finale. There was no End of the story. She just poof, stopped making. What the hell? So we looked it up, and she said something like she was catching some smoke for all the lesbian content, or she had other bigger fish to fry, some shit like that. So boom, that's where the show 20s just is there dangling. No, kind of like they did me with Girlfriends. There was no goddamn finale. You just kind of left with, yeah, like that. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna trip. I'll watch it anyway. I'm not gonna trip. I'll. Who I tripped a little. I ain't gonna lie. I tripped a little because I really like that show. So, but all right, all right, all right. I'll watch The Shy. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, The Shy. Lena, much like the show 20s with her unanswered questions and no ending to the story and just strays. So she did that with The Shy also. If you watch shows like they're intended, like one a week, every Thursday night you watch your show, every Thursday night, you may not see things like you would if you binge watch it. So, like if you're watching a show and then every Thursday, you may miss a Thursday, you may miss an episode, and then you catch it the next week. But it's not like that when you binge watch shit. When you binge watch it, like you see everything all at once. So I watched all seven at once. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Lady has a bad habit of just ending shit with unanswered questions and characters that just disappear and you don't know why. There's no real reason why. Where they go? You don't know where the detectives went. They just all of a sudden stopped. They weren't there no more. Or like she, killed Brandon, the taco truck kid. They didn't show it. They didn't show us why. They just said, "Oh yeah, we killed that guy." He was such a main character on the show, so we had to look it up to see why the taco truck guy got. Why isn't he here anymore? Because he was such a big part of the first couple of seasons, and for him to just not be there the next season at all with no explanation or a scene to show us why he got killed or how he got killed, they were just like, "Oh yeah, dude got killed because he was working with the cops," but they didn't show us anything. So we had to go look it up online. Turns out, taco truck dude, the actor, had some sort of misconduct going on with one of the young girls on the show. So they had to fire his ass. And that's understandable, but she didn't give us any story to why he was gone. I'm saying? She did that with a lot of characters where it was just like they weren't there, or even parts of the story. Like, okay, Reg was the main drug dealer for a while in the first couple of seasons. And there's a couple of scenes where you see him fighting people or cussing people out. Hey, Jill, how you doing? Or cussing people out because they were serving somebody named Peaches. You would just see him. It was a couple scenes. He was like, "Who the fuck serving Peaches? Y'all better not be serving Peaches." But they never told us who the fuck Peaches was until season 6. So this whole time, and it was just a couple of little, scenes that you might not really remember if you weren't binge watching it. If you weren't binge watching it, you probably didn't pick up on it at all. But because I binge watched it, and I remember him just the other day, roughing up some dudes because they were serving the Peaches. We never knew who she was until season 6. We find out Peaches was his mother whole time. But she didn't tell you that for 4 whole seasons. You had to wait 4 whole seasons to find out who the hell Peaches was. Little shit like that. Characters being snuffed out, and you don't know why. They're just not back anymore. There's no story to tell you why, what happened to them, where'd they go. She did that a lot with a lot of characters. There's even shit like the one girl, Tiff, was pregnant by her man. And then next season, there's no explanation to where the baby went. She's not pregnant anymore. There's no new kid running around. And she's sitting there smoking weed. We don't know what happened to this baby. Bitch, you was pregnant the end of last season, bitch. What happened to the baby? Where's this? What the many seasons later, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, old girl had to get rid of it," but she didn't really say it out loud. She just kind of, "Yeah, girl had to take care of my business." Just like unanswered questions like that will really fuck with you if you binge watch it. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you watch it episode by episode, you ain't not pick up on these little things. What? Lena has a terrible habit of just leaving unanswered questions, that not ending storylines, and I don't know, maybe she forgot to address it. I don't know what her deal is, but it happened over and I was like, what happened to the one guy? Or wait a minute, well, I thought that was the one chick. What happened to the? Just gone. We don't know why. She just wrote him the fuck out. Gone. There's only one character so far that I've seen that has that has left the show and they celebrated it, and that was what's his name? See, I'm terrible. Kevin. His name is Kevin. If you ever watch the show, there's always these three little boys they show on bicycles all the time. There's a fat one with dreadlocks, and a dark skinned one. Kevin is a dark skinned one. He's the only actor on this show that they celebrated him leaving. They did a whole scene where they had a party. People came over and brought food. They danced in the street. Him and his homies got on bikes to relive the memory of when they used to ride their bikes when they were younger. Lena put a whole slideshow of showing his growth from when he was a little kid, when the first season, all the way to see, like a whole celebration. Everybody else just, you don't see them anymore. They just don't come back. And you don't know why. She may tell you, she may not. Maybe she'll tell you, 4 seasons from now. I don't fucking know. But I'll tell you what was, hey, soon, there was one thing that was really fucking with me the more and more I watched. Like I said, you may not pick up on these things if you just watch the shit one episode a week, or because you may miss an episode, or you may not have peeped it. But when you watch it all at once, man, and cram it all in, there was this one thing, and it was repeating itself over and over. So it's hard not to see. It was hard to fucking miss. So there are two characters that have been on from season 1, from the very first episode, all the way to season 7, which is hard to do because she keeps fucking killing people. But these two they start off as young girls in school, and now they're grown-ass women. So their names are Keisha and Tiff. Tiff is a light-skinned girl, and I promise you this is what I see. Tiff is a light-skinned girl, and Keisha's a dark-skinned girl. Very dark-skinned, very light-skinned. Both beautiful girls. Keisha, when we are introduced to these characters, Keisha's in high school running track, and she got a scholarship to go to college to run track. Tiff, she's the first time we meet her, she's already got a kid by this dude and whatnot. So she's already selling weed. That's her occupation from the beginning. The light-skinned girl's occupation from the day we meet her, season 1, all the way till now, while we're waiting on season 8, she sold weed. She started selling it out of her backpack, graduated to a little metal briefcase, all the way till now where she has a dispensary. But she's been selling weed the entire shit, the light-skinned girl. The entire shit. The dark-skinned girl went to school, was going to have her scholarship to run track, but instead, you know what I'm saying, she got kidnapped by a fucking weirdo who held her hostage for a month, did sex shit to her. Before that, wait, we got to start before that. Before that, Lena wrote her, and she was just a little slut online. She had a private Instagram or Snapchat, whatever the fuck, showing her body, and she was a big slut. She ran track, but she was a big hoe, fucking all these dudes in the street. Then she got kidnapped by a dude. This is while she's in high school. Got kidnapped by a dude, held her hostage for a month, did things to her and whatnot. And she wound up, there's a man who kind of was hearing noises from the house. He kind of felt like she was in there. It's an older alcoholic dude. But he busted up in the house, and the two of them managed to get her out of there, where she beat dude to death, the dude who held her hostage. She beat him to death with something, a fucking crowbar or something. She beat him to death. She gets out. Now she's traumatized, of course. She's a child. But while she was in there, she lost her scholarship for track because she didn't show up. Then she finds out she's pregnant from the, old boy who held her down in the basement. Now she's got this baby. There's a decision whether to keep it or not. she decides to keep it. So she keeps the baby. She's pregnant. She just decides that she's going to give the baby up for adoption. She, okay, fine. So she's still going through her trauma with all that. She starts her life over. She gets a job in a goddamn thrift store. And she meets a boy there in the thrift store, and they start chatting it up. They didn't do anything other than chat it up. He comes into play later. Just brief little relationship. He really liked her. She was just like, I'm not really ready. I just did this thing. I'm pregnant with the great baby and shit. So she has the baby, gives it up for adoption, changes her mind, wants the baby back. So now she is, raising this baby. Finally, after a while, she, is back into her first love, who happens to be the light-skinned weed girl's baby daddy. They had that in common. So she gets some joy finally. Her name is Keisha. Keisha's finally got some joy. She's raising her son. Emmett, is like, we're in love again. So her and Emmett and finally, Keisha's getting some love. No, she's not. We find out later that the great baby ain't really the great baby. They did a DNA test because of sickle cell. Yeah, the baby got sickle cell. So then we find out that the greatness wasn't really the father of the baby. So now the father of the baby turns out to be a dude named Nut, who was running hoes, sex trafficking young girls in his house. So now he's the baby daddy, right? This is all happening to Keisha, young Keisha, the dark skinned girl. All these, she has been a slut. She has been raped. She's been turned into a murderer. She's has all these things going on with her. Her baby now, her great baby, that's not her great baby, is the baby father is a sex trafficker. Her baby's got sickle cell. Like, all these things are happening to this girl. Ask me what happened to the light skinned girl. Go ahead. I'll wait. Ask me. Ask me. The light skinned girl has some baby daddy drama briefly until season 7, when finally her man got murdered. Light skinned girl, Cruz, the drug dealer, cruised all the way through all the seasons with very little drama until the last season, when her man gets murdered. Now, like I said, if you were watching this episode by episode, you may not notice. But it's very hard for me to not see this. Why did we make this dark-skinned girl, who has so much promise with the track and all that, why does she have to have all these, and not just a little hiccup, a little drama? Like, big, she's kidnapped, she's raped, the great baby, sickle cell. Like, just like, what the fuck? It was hard for me to miss. It was fucking hard for me to miss. Jesus Christ. Okay, got that off my bird. I had to get that off my bird. It was fucking with me, man. Y'all have to understand, there's a lot of episodes. Okay, each season has 10 episodes, except for the last one had 12 episodes. And for whatever reason, season 6 would not end. It had 16 episodes. I binge watched this shit hours and hours and hours all day for a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's like 2 weeks to binge watch. I just the shy. And I was like, damn, why is she fucking with Keisha? Like, why are you doing this to Keisha? Leave Keisha alone. What the fuck? It was so hard to miss. It was so hard to miss. I don't like the way they killed Ronnie neither, man. Ronnie, I understand that he had to die, though, because he did kill a kid. But it was like, finally, when Ronnie finally, worked out his demons and was finally had a little day of joy. And Ronnie went through a lot. Ronnie was an alcoholic. He was in the military, Iraq. He had, a little PTSD going on. He was living with his grandmother, and it was in the streets drinking. A lot was going on with Ronnie. But finally, in the end, Ronnie was not end of season 7, but his end. Um, he finally has a good day. He went out with his ex. Everybody not forgave him in the streets. You know, because he saved Keisha. He saved Keisha from the abduction, held hostage situation. So the streets were like, "You have been redeemed. We forgive you for killing the boy before because you saved this girl." He was feeling good. Took his ex to the barbecue spot. They had a little barbecue. He bought him a bus ticket. He was leaving. The Shy, he had enough. It ate him up and spit him out. He'd been there for 50-something years. It was time to go. No, he didn't even make it to the bus station. I was very upset. I understand he had to go. But I was very upset with Ryan. Ryan finally had a good day, man, and it was his last one. Jill, go ahead and watch it, girl. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Tell me if you see any of what I just told you, what I saw. When it comes to Keisha and Tiff, that shit was wild, man. I mean, I understand, like, I don't know if she did it because, like, she wanted to maybe emphasize how, in the way she could, how dark skinned women may go through more in life than light skinned women, maybe. Or maybe she didn't realize she was doing it. Or maybe her writers did it. I don't know who did it, but it was fucking hard to miss. Like, damn, so many things keep happening to this girl. Leave her alone. Shit, leave her alone. What did Keisha do to you? Like, leave her alone. Fuck. And the unanswered questions will really piss you off because you'll be wondering, oh, yeah, what happened to the one thing? And she'll just never tell you. You don't know. You got to go look it up on Google, see what Google says. Google will tell you more than. I'm just saying. I like a lot of. She did do. There were some things about the show that I thought were really, really cool. Cool. It's so fucking cool, man. Like she did a lot of like really cool imagery when it came to the celebrations. I don't know much about Chicago. I've never been, but like when it was the celebrations, like street parties or proms or weddings or birthday parties, any type of celebration, like she did a really good job of making you feel the sense of community that they have in the story in the city. And I thought that was cool, really cool imagery in a lot of those parties and stuff. Um, yeah, I don't appreciate the mother of Keisha was a lesbian. I don't care. That's not. Don't wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. She was a lesbian and she had a wife. When we meet her, she already is married to a woman. I'm sorry, she wasn't married. She had a girlfriend. They switched actresses on us, like we didn't notice, but I ain't tripping on that. Shit happens. So she's got a girlfriend, and then they get married. Okay, and they have some struggles in their relationship, not anything serious, until the mother. The mother's name is, I think her name is Nina. I want to say her name was Nina. That's what's popping in my head. She cheated on Dre. Dre was her wife's name. She cheated on Dre with the brat, the rapper, the brat. Cheated on her woman with the brat. And that was the biggest struggle in their marriage. So they were, they were a little something, something. But then all of a sudden, Dre just didn't went back no more. She just stopped coming back to the show. She just, again, how Lena does, just people just disappear. And the mother was like, oh, yeah, she left me for her ex. All right, I'm about to go back with the brat where I'm getting a fucking RV and we're driving around America. That was it. There was no scene where they showed them fighting. There was no lead up to it, evidence that this is about to happen. There was no email that she showed. There was no crying scene with her homegirls because her wife left her. It was just like, okay, she gone. Now I'm rolling up. I need more. This relationship was a big part of the show. Like over and over and over, we've seen their struggles and their parties and their wedding, and she just left and didn't say goodbye to me. She didn't even say goodbye to me, Jill. She just left. Lena did that with a lot of people in the show. She does. It's a terrible habit, man. She just leaves shit, drops loose ends. Loose ends. Blind spot. I don't know what that is. What's blind spot? I'm gonna check that out. Hey, Glow Glow. I didn't see you sneak up in here, gal. How you doing? I was running off at the mouth about the Shy. I can't tell you whether you should watch it or not because I don't know how I feel about it. Well, you should definitely watch it. You get your own opinion. Uh, I don't know, man. The way she just keeps, she just keeps doing it over and over again. Just you don't know why people don't come back. You don't know why. What happened to them in the story? They just aren't here anymore, or it's just no big deal that they're not here anymore. We they left. We don't know. They went somewhere. We don't know. Straight up, girl. Old girl was pregnant at the end of one season. The beginning of the next season, the very first time we see her, she's smoking a blunt. I'm like, hold up, ain't she pregnant? Because I binge watched the shit. I didn't wait 6 months and forget that she was pregnant. Like I just watched it like 20 minutes ago. Wow, how is she smoking a blunt? And I don't see no new baby. I don't see no stroller. I don't see her mama ain't like come get this baby. Nothing. No baby. I don't see Emmett nowhere holding no baby. Not okay. They tell you about it like I don't know 2 seasons later. She's like, yeah, girl, I had to take care of my business. I'm like, wait a minute. Take care of your business. Was that what happened to the baby? Is that what just happened right now? Terrible. She makes me mad. That Lena Waithe. Anyway, Netflix. I have Netflix. Hey, Gas Man, how you doing? I was just up here running my mouth about Lena Waithe and The Shy and her other show, 20s. You know what? I really like Queen and Slim. Did y'all see that movie? It's called Queen and Slim. I like that movie a lot. I don't like how it ended. I did not appreciate the ending, but that's Lena Waithe for you. But I did like Queen and Slim. I did. Yeah. I'm gonna watch season 8, maybe. I'm sure she's gonna piss me off all over again. Oh, I didn't like the way she killed Leon either. Leon was there for 2 damn episodes. I wanted to see Leon for more episodes. Killed him. I was like, oh, not Leon already. Damn, gone already. She be sniping people out left and right, boy. Just gone. And then had the nerve to bring one back from the dead. Had the nerve to bring. He'd been gone for like 3 seasons. Dead. Killed Reg off. Reg been gone. How the fuck he popped back up in season 6? Talking about did y'all see me in the ground? And I ain't dead, bitch. That's exactly what he said. We opened the door and he's standing there and they're like, oh my God, we thought you died. He's like, did you see me in the ground? Well, I ain't dead, bitch. And that's how he's reintroduced to the story. That's it. That's how he came back in. Did you see me in the ground? I ain't dead, bitch. Queen of Sim is good, Joe. Check it out. It's definitely on Paramount. These folks. They moved so like I ain't chasing RuPaul around. I told y'all this a while back. I'm a huge RuPaul fan. I've seen every episode of RuPaul's first 7 seasons, maybe 8. Whichever Bob the Drag Queen was the last, whichever season that was. I've seen all the Untucked, all the extra. All I love the RuPaul show, but I ain't chasing that fool around. He went from there to Philo to Paramount. I think it's on Paramount. I'm not watching it. I'm not chasing you around, fool. The hell? I ain't chasing him around. Right? Jill, shit. I really liked that show that I first time I ever saw Lena Waithe from Black as Fuck on Netflix. I really wish they would have kept doing that, but he stopped doing that. That show had me dying. I'd be in here rolling. I loved it. It was funny as hell. I've been over on the TikTok lately. Um, I don't know. I think I like it over there better. I just do. I hold on my free non copyright music done ended. Lady Gaga. Well, Lady Gaga get in my shit. Lady Gaga. Oh, I guess I'll watch season 8, man. Is she gonna tell me something? Killed Leon. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be over on the TikTok. Starting trouble, man. Take them away, Jill, and then you just gotta chase them. There are so many shows, Jill, and it's crazy because I don't really watch shows too much. I'm a movie person. Like, I love movies. I'm a movie head. That doesn't mean I know about all movies. It just means I love movies. But there are certain shows, you can't, especially in your childhood. But as an adult, I hate watching shows, and it's for some of the reasons I talked about a minute ago. Like, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. What y'all do to my little characters. I hate y'all. But like, I binge watch shit like Weeds, uh, Orange is the New Black. I watch all that shit. Handmaid's Tale. I got to watch the last season of Handmaid's Tale. I haven't seen that yet. Murderers in the Building. Only Murderers in the Building. That shit had me rolling. That's about it. There's maybe a couple, two, three more. Oh, I binge watched Bob's Burgers. I fucking love Bob's Burgers. There's just too much, and it's just the same shit. Like, I feel like I watch Snowfall. Uh, you know, if you watch Snowfall or you watch, I don't know, The Shy, something similar. It's different stories. But is it? Is it really the same thing with these shows? Listen, I'll be seeing ads for shows, and I think it's the same show because all those white people look the same to me, and they're all crying about cancer, or they're all in the woods. Like, all that shit. Look, I don't know what show I'm watching right now, so I just don't watch that shit, man. I can't keep up with these shows. I can't. And then, like, I'm a cop cam person, so I watch cop cams all fucking day, little documentaries. But like, I can't watch an interrogation. Like, I'm not watching 2 hours of this dude sitting here going, "No, I didn't do it. No, 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 I didn't do it. No, 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 I didn't do it." Only having to say, "Yup, I did it" in the last 3 minutes. I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So the show thing. I don't think I'm gonna be watching no new shows, man. I don't think I can't do it. I can't restart a new fucking show. I can't. I just can't. What's up, Just? How you doing? I might go rewatch a show I've already watched, like Breaking Bad, or like I said, Weeds. Weeds is I think 7 or 8 seasons. I've rewatched Weeds like 3 times. All that shit like 3 times. I just rather go watch something like I know I love Orange is the New Black, so I just go watch it. I know I love Seinfeld. I'll just go watch it. I don't want to go watch a new season of some shit I'm probably not going to watch or like. Not going to like. Shit. I'm all right, Jess. I was just bitching about Lena Waithe and the show called The Shy and her other show called 20s, and just her in general pissing me off with the way she leaves all these loose ends, unanswered questions, and the disappearance of characters with no explanation. Or wondering who the hell Peaches is in season 1 and not learning who Peaches is until season 6. That's fucking problematic for me. I was bitching about it. I'm still gonna watch season 8. I wonder how many more seasons of this shit she's gonna have. It seems like that's why she tapped out of 20s. Like she put all her eggs in a basket, one basket. It's like fuck this show, fuck all. I'm putting it all in the Shy, all in the Shy. She does have quite a few cameos from actors you haven't seen in a while or shit like that. I like that part of it. Like what's her name? I can never remember her fucking name. Oh, that's my bitch though. She cracks me up. What's her name was on there too? She was the one that was going to adopt Keisha's baby. What's her name? She started. Oh, see, I'm so terrible with names. It's ridiculous. I know what they're known for, but like I won't know their name. She was a lady who was known Tabitha Brown. God, it popped in my head. That's show business. That's show business. She did a little cameo on there. She be having little cameos, little peoples. There's a Boomerang show, just. Yeah, Common was there briefly. I didn't even know there was a show called Boomerang. See, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with all these shows. I just can't. There's a show called Boomerang. I know I've seen that there's a show called Dear White People that Lena also had her hand in. I don't want to watch that either. I don't want to watch that either. I'm cool on the Dear White People. The movie was I. It was I. The movie wasn't. It was I. Yeah, Common played a Muslim dude on The Shy. Yeah, that is all. Period. That is all I have to say about Common. His role wasn't that important, honestly, to the show. Who the hell's going to be? Who's in the Boomerang show? See, I'm gonna have to look into that. And now she's fucking up movies for me. Like, girl, when we looked up, why she ended the 20s the way she did, because I really liked the 20s. I would much rather watch 8 seasons of the 20s. It's just called 20s, not the 20s. But I'm old, so I put the in front of shit like the Facebook. Leave me alone. So the show the 20s. Um, we were looking it up. She was saying she was catching a bunch of smoke for the lesbian content of the show because Hattie, the main character, is a lesbian. And let me tell you about Hattie. Hattie gets these bitches. You hear me? Little Hattie gets these hoes. And little Hattie be telling these hoes, she morphs from bitch to bitch. She knows exactly what to tell these hoes to pull their drawers down. Little Miss Hattie knows exactly who you want her to be, what you want to hear. What do you need to hear? I got you, girl. Love Hattie. So, yeah, that's catching a lot of smoke for all the lesbian content. But then The Shy has hella lesbian content. Are you kidding me? Hella lesbian content. So, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if there's not that big a difference. The 20s, I think she did in 2018. And then The Shy, started soon in, and she started soon at like at least 2021 with the heavy lesbian content on The Shy. So it was only like a 2 or 3 year difference. Like you can't pick up the pen to finish the fucking season at least. You can't pick up your pen to write one more episode of 20s just to tie all the loose ends up. Just one. You ain't got your pen is dry, bitch. Woo! I'm flashing back on the girlfriends now. I'm flashing back on girlfriends. They didn't end it up either. I hate when shows do that. Why? Not Eddie Murphy. Not Eddie Murphy. I heard that there's an Incredibles 3 coming out. I'm all on top of that. If there's truth to it, I didn't look into it. I just heard it in the streets. Just because you hear it in the streets don't make it fucking so. Um, but I hope so. Incredibles is my shit. I don't care what none of y'all say. Yeah, I'm 54. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Oh man, I hope so. And I hope Jack Jack has more of a presence. I love little Jack Jack. I ain't been doing much of nothing, y'all. What y'all been doing? Anything exciting? Tell me something, Jess. Did you just buy a new car? Did you land a new job? Did you bag a white bitch? Talk to me. Tell me everything. I myself ain't been doing shit. The grand boy, I have him every now and then over the summer because his mother's a teacher. So, she has the summer off. So I wasn't needed with services. And the past couple of weeks, school is back in session. So my service is needed. But he's starting pre-K next week. So that's the end of me and my grand boy for daily for 45 hours a week. I'm going to miss my grand boy. I'll see him, on the weekends. So now it's just me up in here with y'all. Yup, me up in here with y'all. Mm-hmm. We know how you get down, Just. Just me and y'all. I like the TikTok over there because I don't know any of those people. And they don't know me. So, but I show myself over there. I haven't cammed up or uploaded any videos or anything. But like I show, share more pictures of myself over there and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know. I like it over there better. I don't understand everything over there. I ain't going to lie. And that's fucked up. I've been watching that shit. I've been watching TikTok for at least a year and a half, something like that. It's all Marina's fault. But she's the one that was like, get you a TikTok, girl. You've been lifing. All right, Just. That's good. That's good. Um, yeah, I've been pretty preoccupied with, the grand boy, but now I'm not going to be, so just me and y'all. Just me and y'all. I got this street copyright music playing in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear it because my fan is hella loud. Big girls need a breeze. That shit was wild. Whatever it was, it kept showing me Lisa Simpson. She was like, I think they were trying to make her sexy. Get that shit off my TV. Like why? Don't do that. Oh my god, I watched Happy Gilmore too. Who seen it? Who saw Happy Gilmore 2? I'm about to go down a damn Adam Sandler rant. Oh, three, two, one. I love Adam Sandler. All right. Big, huge fan. I'm a huge Sandler fan. Love, love, love Sandler. But I think that Adam Sandler, well, two things have happened to Adam. One, he's gotten older. We're the same age ish, roughish ish. He's gotten older. So, your vibe changes. But two, I think he signed like a deal with Netflix where he's got to like crank these movies out real quick because he's really cranking them out over there and they're not so fucking great. I was so disappointed in Happy Gilmore 2. It was just, I don't think I laughed once. Like, I liked that he brought back all the old characters and the ones that weren't there, he, represented them or showed a little flashback of them. Or even like the Mista Mista, even that lady showed her tombstone and shit. Like he did a little shot of Bob Barker, little, tombstone. But The overall, the movie itself just wasn't good. I was so salty, so not good. Don't watch it, Joe. You like the Gilmore Girls? I've never watched a single episode. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him, Jill. Yes. Just you hate everybody. Shut up. There is no dude that just will be like, "That's my dude. Yeah, he's funny." Or he just hates all men. He's a fucking hater. Pay him no mind, Jill. He's a fucking hater. TikTok is fun, Jill. The Gilmore Girls. I've never watched. I've never. You know what? I've never watched a single solitary moment of any Kardashian. Not a moment. Not a. The only time I see them bitches is when somebody is talking about them like a dog. Like I've never watched a single moment. I did watch a couple of episodes of. I forget his girl name. What's Bruce's girl name? Bruce Jenner. What's his girl name? Whatever his girl name is. No disrespect. I watched a couple of episodes of that and found it to be fucking weird and he's full of shit. So I stopped watching it. Um, that's it though. No Kardashians at all. Never. Jesus Christ. I've never watched any of the Housewives of Basketball. I watched. That's not true. I watched the first season of Basketball Wives. That was it. I watched one season of the Housewives of Jersey. Those bitches were off the chain. I watched a season of The Little People of Atlanta. The little folks. I watched that. Never watched Love and Hip Hop. Never watched. It just doesn't appeal to me. I just don't like it. I don't care. Like I don't care. I don't care. I watch all the Flavor Flav though. All of that shit. I don't watch it. Just as a hater. He's a cornball. I like Adam Sandler. He's had some great movies. Come on, man. Um, a couple of my kids like what's the name of that one movie? Little Nicky, that he did, and that's one of his movies that I fucking hate. Like I think it's so stupid. I fucking hate that movie a lot. Like I really, really hate that movie. But my daughter loves that damn movie so much. It's funny whenever the topic or the conversation comes up about that movie. We just look at each other. I'm like, don't even fucking say it. Don't even fucking say it. Shut up. You know, like Waterboy. Just come on, man. Waterboy. All right. Well, if y'all watch The Shy, I'm trying to put in a full hour. I don't know, little exposure. What's up, pretty eyes? I just ran down my. I'll tell it to you, pretty eyes, so you don't have to watch the replay. If you watch The Shy, be ready to have a lot of questions not answered, a lot of characters missing for no explanation. She completely makes the dark skinned girl go through some super fucking traumatic shit that no normal person goes through. And the light skinned girl just, had a little, she stubbed her toe. Um, the she'll bring a person and a cameo of Leon and then kill him the next episode. Uh, Questions that you may have for season one aren't going to get answered until season 6. And if you don't binge watch it, you might miss that. But I'm going to watch season 8. I'm going to watch it. I am. I'm going to watch it because I need to know. She did the same thing, Pretty Eyes, with another show. She just ended it. She didn't. There was no finale. You just stop making the fucking show with no explanation. That seems to be her MO. Unanswered questions, just dropping the fucking ball. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I wish I could email her. Well, I could. She probably never read it. Dear Lena, girl, I am a disgruntled bitch from Cleveland. How dare you? What is going on with Hattie? Last time we seen her, she was driving away in a car, bitch. Where is the ending of the story? Signed, a white woman in America. Yeah. You know what, Jill? I've been wanting to say this to you. I just remembered. Thank you, Jill, for typing in the chat when I was looking out the window. I had nothing else to talk about. Jill, in case the two of y'all that are watching don't know, does poetry over on her channel from time to time. So, Jill, I'm an old bitch, and back in my school days, English was my favorite class. Um, I moved around a lot. Jill, you may not know, but I grew up in foster care, so I moved around a lot, and I was always a new kid, and it was always a new teacher, it was always a new school, knew everything, the neighborhood. Sometimes several schools in 1 year. I moved around a lot. Uh, but English, I always liked it. Books comforted me as a child, um, so I really like words. So I learned pretty early that it could be therapeutic. I didn't really know those words, but it could make you feel better if you wrote stuff down in a journal or a diary, stuff like that, and tucked it under your bed for no one to see. And then from there, it went to haikus and making words rhyme and things like that. So I would just write things down so that I didn't kill people. Like I would write shit down so I don't punch you in the fucking face. So it really was my therapy. So I had a stack of them, and this went on into my early 30s. Like I would just write shit down, and then kids made it. I had 4 kids, so then they made it impossible for me to sit around and do that shit. So, but I was more mature by then anyway, and I didn't really want to punch people in the face anymore. So I just kind of put the book away. One of my kids, as an adult, well, teenager, adultish, is very. He thinks the book is. He's calling it poetry, and he thinks it's the bee's knees. And anytime the word poet, poetry, writing, English, any of those words pop off in my house, the boy wants to talk about my poetry. Anyway, one of my poems some years back, I read it a poetry. It was an art gallery opening, and he had a little poetry night, and so I read. It was a small crowd, like 12 people. Like there was hardly anyone there. Jill, never again. I was so scared. I was so nervous. I was stuttering, and I'm white as fuck. So I was bright. Just know I was bright red. Just ha 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 ha. But I did make 2 ladies cry. So there you 2 out of 12 ain't bad. I made 2 ladies cry. Wasn't even trying to. My point is this, Joe. I got that book somewhere. I'll dust it off. Ooh, I can't do it, Jill. I want to so bad when you have your poetry readings. I was like, I got a couple. A lot of my shit is really short. So, like, I would have to read 3 of them. Plus, I watched one of your poetry things in the clouds one day. And there was different women coming up there and doing different things. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. I can't compete. There will be no snapping of the fingers for my motherfucking ass. I cannot do it. I can't do it, Jill. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they did do a good job there, Jill. There was one lady I was really impressed. I forget her name. I was like, oh shit, I can't read after her or before her. What the? I can't read before. Like I have to do it. I would have to do it in the middle of two people who are mediocre, so that you don't really notice my suck. Huh? That's true, Jill. Yeah, Reef. Reef is cool. I like Reef. I call him Baron. I'm going back and reading y'all comments. I'm sorry. Pretty eyes, you better get your ass up there and read some poetry. What the hell? It's funny. I be trying to get pretty eyes to do things I won't do. I'm like, girl, you better cam up on these hoes. You better let these hoes know. My ass, scary ass, ain't cammed up yet. uh, I had this, Joe, this little phase when I was writing things down where I liked the way it looked. I would, for instance, I wrote a poem about, it's called Preacher Man. And so I wrote down, what the few sentences of, the topic. And then what I did was, out of each sentence, I took away all the words that didn't really matter. And I only kept the words that mattered for the point I was trying to make in each sentence. And I did that with the next sentence and the next sentence and the next sentence to where it was just like each sentence was just like 3 words. But I proved my fucking point. I said what I had to say. I proved my point. I said what I had to say with less words. And I liked the way it looked. So I did that with a lot of them. A lot of poems I would write and just, get rid of the words in the sentence that don't really fucking matter. And I like the way it looks. I didn't do that with all of them, but I did do that with quite a bit. I just like the way that looked. Pretty Eyes, did you upload your music to your StreamYard? I know you said you're going to try to do that so that when you're waiting on the next person to testify or the court's on a break, you can play your music. What are you doing, Cat? Come here, Katie. Hello, who's this Katie? Who's a Katie? Who's a Katie? Oh, such a suck, bro. I just made all the kitty cat noises and you're just going to stare at me from over there? Who's this kitty kitty? Come on, get. Well, fuck you too then. Let me leave this cat alone before somebody called the people on me. Talking about she's over there verbally abusing her cat. Jeez. It ain't even my cat. Pretty Eyes could do it. Pretty Eyes, Jill, entered a Halloween contest. 2 of them, didn't you? Was it just one? I think it was two. Was it just one? I remember the one. I can't forget it. I seen a sock wiener. It was a sock wiener. Two, yeah. All right, Jill. Yeah, she was a fucking streaker, a flasher. She flashed her sock meat. That took a lot of courage, pretty eyes. Stupid fucking lighter. Ugly sweater. Right, right, right. I remember. Ugly sweater. Well, pretty eyes, you don't have to cam up, she said, to read your poetry. You don't have to cam up. I think she likes you to, but you don't have to. Right? You cammed up for the spell and drink? Yes. See, Jill, she's participating. Everybody's at all kinds of shit, but not your shit. See how they do you, Jill? See how they do you? I know. I know. I know. That's how they do you. They got SZA on this copyright free shit. Who knew? Oh shit! I put that good hour in of running my mouth. Well, both of y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. TikTok, man. I don't understand none of that shit. None of it. I don't understand. um, Especially when people go live and battle each other. They be battling over there. I don't know what none of that shit means. I don't understand what I'm looking at. I know I'm gonna hit the like shit for you a couple, two, three times, maybe 100, and then I'm out. I don't know how they get paid. I don't know what the different money is with the different stickers people send or wings and hearts and cowboy hats. I don't know what none of that shit means. None of it. A little, not a little, not DD pack. Little local, little local situation. Little local herbalist, herbal gardenist, herbalist from around here. Okay, from around here. I see Dee Dee though. I think Dee Dee is the most dangerous person on the internet, boy. She knows where all the bodies are buried, bitch. She knows where they're all at. Dee Dee knows where everything is. hmm She knows where all the bodies are buried. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. I did a little something, something. Chatted y'all up. You have a good day too, Jill. Pretty Eyes, are you going live to talk about that one cop? Yes, girl, you know it. I'll tell you what. Our team may not never make it to the Super Bowl. The Browns. That don't. We don't give a fuck. We party just the same. We party. Well, I don't. My city fans party. When they lose, we don't give a fuck if they win or lose. Pretty Eyes. There are dudes right now in my city there's a man, at least one man, who has a van, and it's completely painted orange with a brown stripe up the side. He's got flags and all kinds of shit all over this goddamn van, stickers and shit. And he don't just drag it out during football season. You'll see this fucker all year round driving. There are people that are not playing about the fucking Browns. We never won shit. They don't care. They don't care. They get it in. All right. Yeah. Okay. Pretty guys. I'll see y'all a little bit. No, I don't know. Pretty eyes. I don't watch football, babe. You know, I don't know anything about it. I don't know. You say we go. You say your team is out of there. Taylor Swift. What did Taylor Swift do? Oh, I heard she got engaged to somebody. Is that who she got engaged to? The football player that's on your team. What team is it? Patriots? Eagles? Damn it, I can't remember. Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. It's the Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, I seen somebody on TikTok was like, "Oh my God, Taylor Swift got engaged," and I just kept scrolling. I didn't hear anything else besides that sentence. Oh my God, Taylor Swift. I was like, "Well, bitch, swipe." Yeah, Chiefs, Chiefs, Chiefs. All right, I'm getting out here for real. So, in summation, if you watch The Shy, be prepared to be disappointed. Be prepared to have a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of characters disappearing. You don't fucking know why. A lot of really hard life for fucking Keisha. Um, and maybe she'll answer a question that you had from season 2. Maybe later in 9, and she does. And know this: she does resurrect folks from the dead. So a character that had died in the past, he may pop back up later. She already did it once. No. She might do it again. Who knows? Let's see if she can resurrect 20s. That'd be nice if she resurrected that show that I love so much that she just ended abruptly with no. All right, y'all got to go. Until next time, peace. I got to go. Bye.